Good morning. It is 5:50. I'm up, just starting to pack up. Probably not going to make coffee today because I'm going to conserve some fuel. I heard them getting ready and packing up at like 4:15 this morning, but I slept good. I was staying in bed. It is 6:25 and I am walking. I'm eating a Bear Bells while I walk. Didn't eat breakfast in my tent. Get a cold coffee and carnation mix in my water bottle. The other tent still there was jamming. I thought he was getting up to go to Sunrise, but I guess not. I think he was only doing like 5 miles today and then trying to camp up here on the summit and stay there all day. The other 4 people I met last night were really nice people. They'd be good people to hang out with, but they're not through hiking. They said they're skipping all the road walks and then they're getting off trail soon and skipping the whole state of Colorado. So, may see them for a couple days, but probably not after that. So far, we're just starting on a road walk. I think it's 1.4 on the road, and then we start serious climbing. I'm on the single track, and there have been tons of places to camp after that water, so I could have kept going a little bit last night. But without the intel, it was nice just to stop. Well, I was on trail, and then I wasn't. And I was a good bit off trail. I was going uphill on a path. So now it's really steep on the topos, but I'm bushwhacking, trying to get back to the trail. Hopefully I don't get to a cliff. Kind of got to a spot where there's a pretty good path. So I'm guessing a bunch of other people have done the exact same thing. Unless this is just like all elk traveling here. I'm back on a trail. This trail is on my map and it reconnects to the trail. But this isn't even the actual line. The line's down lower, but I've already climbed way higher than I needed to and then came back down. So we're gonna stay on this line now. I'm a little over 10,000 feet and the climb hasn't been horrible. It's fairly gradual seeming to turn around and look how steep you just come up. But man, I'm not used to this altitude. My breathing's letting me know I'm up here, that's for sure. It's good I'm doing this. Start getting ready for the higher elevations in Colorado. Okay, let's do a 360. Wow, it's really pretty that way. Okay, we're gonna go a little quick because there's just a bunch of trees right there. This is completely type 2 fun. I mean, literally a tenth of a mile before the top. I was thinking there's no way this is worth it. Because this alternate adds like 4 miles and a ton of climbing up here. But once I'm up here, it's like, yeah, I'm glad I did that. Summited Taylor. It is beautiful. I'm gonna sit here and reward myself with a candy bar for a snack. Drink the rest of my cold coffee. It's pretty chilly because my back's all sweaty. I carried 3.5 liters of water because the water situation is kind of odd today. So we had I think 14 miles from where I camp, there's supposed to be a new water source in comments, but it's not on the maps. We're relying on that because after that, I don't think there's reliable water. There's a couple possibilities, but I don't think the reliable water is like another 24 maybe after that. So I don't know, but I'm gonna have a snack and probably get real cold. Okay, so I took a longer break up here than I intended to. It's like 9 o'clock. Cell signal and beautiful. So I just sat here for a few minutes. The breeze kind of stopped and the sun was beating on my back and it was lovely. But I get up, start walking away, and I realize the back of this sign opens up and there was a logbook in there to sign. So that was pretty neat. Signed the logbook, and now I'm heading out. Now while I was sitting here, that direction, which I don't know which way I'm descending, maybe that direction, somebody is screaming. I heard it several times, just like it almost sounded like somebody's yelling for somebody or looking for somebody. But I haven't heard it in the last 5 minutes or so, so hopefully somebody's just being silly and there's nothing wrong down here. Phew. Man, this is a rapid descent in very forested area, and it is cold. I'm about to stop and put a coat on. Mount Taylor's on the other side of that tallest peak you see, and I mistakenly thought I was going downhill after that. Went all the way down to that bottom. Now I'm working on this other big climb. It's going to tower up there. I don't know if we're going up there or not. All right, I'm up here at the top of the trail. I have to climb up pretty steep to get to that tower. I don't know if I'm supposed to go up there anyway, so I'm going to skip it. I'm only about 500 feet lower than the peak of Taylor. So that's still lower than I've already had a view, so I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to keep on rolling. In just a couple minutes, I will be on the move for 5 hours today. I never did take a sit down, like shoes off break this morning, which I normally do, because I ended up sitting too long at the summit. I've done like 10.1, 10.2. That means I've only averaged like 2 miles an hour with my break and all these climbing, so that's not great. I'm gonna find a spot though to take a break for a bit, take my shoes off and let my feet rest and have a snack. It's a very interesting mountain out in the distance. It's like a very sharp top. Look at that. I assume this belongs to those two cowboys that were just working the cattle a little bit up the mountain. I'm hunting for water right now. There's supposed to be 2 big tanks. There's a dirty, muddy pond over there, but the comments say that there's 2 plastic tanks with good, clear water next to the road, and I've yet to find them. I didn't find them because they were hiding on this side of this truck. So, good clear water, and there's some coming out right there. I'm gonna see if I can't get over there and get the clear rise that's coming out of that big tank. Okay, I'm walking away from here. I just grabbed 3.5 liters, and I'm trying to get out of here quick. because I'm not really sure. This is all in the comments, and it's been listed in comments since last fall that this was a place to get water. But it's not an official icon on the map as a water source. So with those ranchers' truck right there, and I spoke to them, and they weren't overly friendly. I don't know. I got my water and got out of there. I've only got about a mile to finish up the Mount Taylor alternate, be back on the red line. And I saw when I was taking a break earlier, there's a water cache in about 4 miles that there have been a couple comments that people put 2 gallons or something there, which isn't enough to worry about unless you're the only one there. But somebody commented that they refilled it last night and said, let's hope this lasts more than 5 days. So I'm assuming that means there was like 20 or 30 gallons there. So I hope that's the case, because I'm going to get back on the trail, take my lunch, and then I'm hoping there's plenty of water at this cache that will hold me over until I get to the next reliable water, and whatever it is, 20 miles or something after that. So that's the water plan. Right now we just got to get back to the red line and take lunch. Okay, that wraps up the alternate. This is the CDT crossing this road. This reminds me of a break spot like on the Arizona Trail. I love break spots like this where you're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's no one else around. You just got this nice little spot to rest. Okay, let's hope these are mostly full. There's a lot of water, which is good because I need some water. They all look full. Oh yeah, we're good. Lots of water. There's also a ceiling bucket there with a note to put trash there, so I got to get rid of my trash. But here's the thing. The next water I can find on the map is in 18 miles. So I chugged some there, and I'm carrying 5 liters. So I got 11 pounds of water now just added. It is 4:35. I just had a break right there in that shade. A little over 21 in for the day. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I have 4-ish hours before dark. I'll probably just mosey for another couple hours. Unless I just find some amazing spot before then. Been on this dirt road for quite a while. I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. Come from that way, and I've gotten out here into just the miles and miles of open. Hopefully I get into some trees before it's time to camp. These little babies were laying right next to the road. Just popped up right when I got to them. All right, it's like 6:40, I think. I'm kind of set up. I haven't got anything put together in my tent yet, but I have it up. This is a pretty nice little spot. There's a little bit of breeze, but hopefully it doesn't get too bad. My concern is that one car that came by here, I think it's Friday night, and hoping I don't get somebody coming in here because it looks like this is somewhere that maybe people have used before. But I'm hungry. I gotta get cleaned up, get situated, and get some dinner cooking. I've looked at the numbers. So I did like 25 and a half
If I do the exact same or just slightly more tomorrow, I'll be at the 600-mile marker on the red line. So that's exciting. I'm gonna have some beans and rice for dinner. It's just about done with 1 pack of Tabasco sauce I had in there. And then I'm gonna have a payday for dessert. And that's pretty much it, I think. I'm just gonna look at this view, which I'll show you the view directly from the tent. I guess you're looking at the view over there out the back of the tent. I got all 4 vestibule doors open. So I'm gonna turn it over camera around. I'll show you the view the other way. That's my dinner view over there. Here's what I'm looking at while I have my dinner. It'd be kind of cool if like a big old elk ran across down there. I've walked out of my tent down by the road for a reason here. So dinner's done, teeth are brushed. I'm pretty much ready to lay in bed here. But a few minutes ago, I was finishing my dinner. I hear something and a roxer, which is like, if you're not familiar, it looks like a Jeep, but they're only for off-road. You can't take them on real roads. It comes down this road, and there are 2 guys in it, and I don't think they ever saw me. I waved and everything. So I want to see. Yeah, I guess I'm a little more hidden there than I thought, especially coming from this way. Get the tree in the way there. Yeah, they had no idea I was even there. Yeah, it is 7:45. There's nothing else to do but get in bed. So I'm gonna tell y'all good night. We had a really good day. Got our miles in. We got Mount Taylor this morning. That was pretty good. Pretty good to get 25.5 with Mount Taylor, I think. So, and at camp like over 2 hours before dark. So all in all, a very good day. Ready for tomorrow. I didn't see any people other than the 2 guys in the Roxer that didn't see me. The 1 guy in that Land Rover that, I mean, I didn't really see him. I saw his car, I guess. And then saw 2 cowboys earlier. I've seen 0 hikers all day today. Those other 4 that left early this morning to sunrise, I never saw them. So I know they had a 2-hour head start, but they clearly went more than 25.5 as well. But anyway, that's enough for today. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.